Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 of I've Got Your Back, a doubles support guide. Today we're going to be going over your stance slash spacing, comboing in doubles, and a subsect of that, focus targeting. In this video, I'm actually going to have some clips from gameplay from me and maybe pros too, to give examples of what I'm trying to say, so it's a lot easier to visualize. So be sure that you're watching this one too, not just listening. So first up for spacing, I always say you want to be about a smash fill platform distance away from your opponent. It makes it so you're not going to be on top of your teammate where they're scared to throw out attacks because they're worried about either adding percent to you or killing you or just putting you in a bad disadvantageous position. The distance also is easy enough to close if you need to come in and save your teammate, because if they get grabbed or hit by a smash attack that's a little bit laggy, you should definitely be in the position to finish them off. That's why you'll see in a lot of 2v1s that the teammates will be about that distance away and they'll run up and shield, because if the person who's the only person left on their team alive grabs one of the teammates, it's very easy for the second person to just walk up because they're already close enough and just get ready to either punish and stop the throw from happening or hit them after. There also should be potential for combos at this distance because you have a little bit more time to react. If you're right on top of someone and they get a throw and immediately throw like to the side of them that you're on, you might not get the combo every time, and that's not on you. And there are sometimes where you're going to need to get closer to do combos, like if you need to run up and smash attack them while they're being grabbed, or you need to get next to them to like tipper chic up smash off of the back or forward throw of some character. But there'll be times where you need time, and I'll show a clip here where my teammate was about this distance and on a platform, so he was able to net a kill a lot earlier than either of us would have on our own. Also, you can, at this distance, it's very easy for you to be a wall if they're going out and edge guarding someone by themselves. Because if you put them in a corner, and I'll show you in this clip, if one of your opponents is pushed into a corner and getting edge guarded, and you can't really help, like in this situation we'll see, there wasn't much for me to do besides maybe go and cover ledge. I just set up a wall in front of Little Mac. My goal was just to have him occupied and not let him get closer to go down smash DK for regrabbing the ledge or overextending on a punish, because he could end up dying or taking too much percent. Whereas I don't care if our interaction goes like it's just net cool, like neither of us gets a lot of percent out and neither takes a lot. But by giving my teammate the chance to do an edge guard, we can in-stocks a lot earlier that way. Also be careful, I'll show you this clip where I got a little bit too close and did not shield for the entire duration of my teammate's attack. So I ended up dying, and he could have died if he was at a higher percent too without me to be able to score a kill back for him dying. Because there are times where it's okay if your teammate goes in if they're going to secure a kill with a move or bait someone to get punished, because you can do that where my teammate, in this situation, he gets punished at 80. Had the Mario that F-smashed him been at 120 or 130, I could have just gone in and up-smashed him after, and there's no way he would have killed my teammate and would have only resulted in us doing better overall. Next up is comboing in doubles. So you don't always have to be comboing with your teammate. You have a lot of individual combos with your character most likely, and it's okay to take those sometimes over going to your opponent. I always say if you're going to do this though, if your teammate is available or free and not being occupied or juggled, that you should finish the combo towards them. Like I tell all of my teammates when I play Diddy, I'm going to up throw, and unless they're at a percent where you can get up there and up air them, I'm going to up throw them and then hit them in the direction that you are, whether it be a bear or a fair, and I'll react to DI and just wait for me to handle that. Because if I do that, we can have a combo a lot longer than if they hit the opponent up there, either left or right, or up. I most likely can't get to them to continue it, whereas this way will net us the most percent. Also, don't always throw towards teammates or finish towards them if they're not in control of their own situation, because the worst thing you can do is they're getting juggled and now you throw the other enemy in between you and the interaction going on with your teammate, and now it's that much harder for you to get in there. There are a lot of times too where it's okay to just throw the person off stage and just go and help your teammate or go handle a 2v1. And that goes into my next point, which is prioritizing 2v1s over two separate 1v1s. Because no matter if the other team is more individually skilled, like say they have two PR players and your team does, neither of you on your team are PR players, if you've got synergy and capitalize on the chances when you have 2v1s, you'll do a lot better. As a clip we showed earlier where DK killed Diddy around, I believe, 60 or 70, maybe 80. We, when fighting that team, killed people about 80% earlier on average. And while they would win a couple more interactions, if we got that one good team combo, we were right back in it, or we pushed ourselves so far ahead. Also, comboing in doubles, your damage output, regardless if your character doesn't have good damage output, will end up being a ton in the long run. With Sheik, I think she's one of the best support characters. While her fair will only do 5 if you like tipper it, and her bear I think 7 or 8. that'll eventually add up, especially because even if aerials are weak, that usually makes them a little bit easier being combo tools. So it's huge to do combos in 2v2 because of that reason. It's important to understand the timing of how you're going to be throwing to your opponent. Do you pummel? Do you throw immediately? Are you going to hold them for them to run up and up smash? Or are you going to throw them to your teammate to be hit back to you? Do you need to give them time to position to set up for the kill? All of this stuff you have to figure out and let your teammate know, because I usually have 1 or 2 pummels then throw unless they are immediately in the position where they need to be, to give them a little bit more time. But also, depending on the character and if the opponent's teammate is coming to save them, you have to throw immediately. So understanding how you do that and how your teammate does it to set up for kills is hugely important to not miss opportunities. Because there was one point where we didn't kill a Diddy, I believe around 70, and his stock lasted well into 160, and it was a big problem for us, and we almost lost the set because of it. Also, focusing someone down and killing them or finishing them off is a lot easier when they're stuck between you. So generally, you want to be holding center stage, and you're actually really happy if these are the 4 people lined up and these 2 are you and your teammate. But if you can have someone off stage and now it's like this, when you have 3 people, if this person in the middle is not teammates with either of these 2 people, it's very bad for him, especially if you're using shield to get in close or pressing him with very good hitboxes, because if he gets a grab, he's most likely going to get punished by the other teammate. And if he's getting smothered by other hitboxes, he's either going to get hit or most likely take a bad defensive option. So sandwiching someone's a really strong way to open up a team, and you also make the person who's running in to come save them panic as well, because you can start comboing someone. Let's say they're on the left side of me. I know this is the right for you guys. And I hit them back towards my teammate and Mario's coming in. If I want to, I can turn around down tilt. And I'd say like 80 to 90% of the time, that's going to work because they don't expect you to run shield if you're in the middle, or to shield towards them, or even throw out an attack. So they're most likely going to be coming in and overextend immediately to try to stop the team combo. That leads kind of into focus targeting, which is target the less skilled player or more abusable character. We had a match where we were playing a Little Mac and Sonic, and we were behind when everyone had 1 stock left. And my DK teammate took the Little Mac and got him off stage and suicide killed him, which gave us an opportunity where the game was now completely evened out when we were in total probably around 150% behind. But while you do this, it's important to not forget the other player that you're not targeting, because if you're so focused on the bad player, the other player can run in and punish you very hard, especially if you do it at percents that you can get killed. So you need to be careful that you're still watching everything while focusing on someone. You can also make it so the more skilled player only gets to play with 2 stocks, or decides, hey, don't take my stock, and they just keep playing a 2v1. And this can be a really big deal because 2v1s, if you play them right, are extremely hard to come back. And there are a lot of characters that kind of get oppressed by a multitude of hitboxes being around them, or just having someone ready to cover more options than you would be able to if it was just a 1v1. Last thing about focus targeting is talking about shield health, and when they're low, focusing on them. Because if you're not fighting someone who's about to die, like you're going to have a kill confirm really soon, or you can trap them, it's probably good to force them to either pick a bad option to get out of a situation where they have to hold shield, or an aggressive option, which I guess goes hand in hand with being most likely a bad option in that situation, or having to shield again. Anytime I see my teammate hit someone's shield on a platform and I'm kind of close, I'll kind of abandon the person I'm targeting, so that if they put themselves on a platform again and they have the shield out, hopefully either one hit from one of us or both of us hitting it will break it, and that can result in a super early stock or just a ton of percent too. So think about all these things when you're trying to stay close to your opponent to be able to get punishes, but also being at the distance to combo and having the potential to combo. So I think that's it for this one. The last one is, again, kind of going to be a miscellaneous like most of the series have been. It's going to focus on communication to start, because I feel like that's very important, something you need to talk about with your teammates, and adjusting to teammates you don't have a lot of synergy with will be, I think, the other thing. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.